Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a bracelet today, and I'm going to use some of the beads that came in the January 2025 Potomac Beads Treasure Edition subscription box. It's called Fireside Warmth. I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below to the unboxing video I did for this subscription in case you want to watch it, where I go over everything that came in the box. I'll also put a link in the description box below to the page on the Potomac Beads website where you can read about both of their subscription boxes and sign up if it's something that you're interested in. And here I have the DiscDuo beads that came in the box. The color is white champagne luster. And here I have the 3mm check round beads that came in the box. The color is ancient gold. I have the Azuki seed beads that came in the box. The color is metallic brown iris. And then from these are 11-0. And then from my stash I have some Duracoat galvanized champagne 15-0s. And I have a cut button from my stash that I'm going to use as a clasp. I've got a size 12 beading needle, and I'm going to use my 6-pound Fireline in smoke. Of course, I'll be using my scissors and my thread burner to cut and burn down my Fireline, and my pliers to flatten the thread so I can get it through the needle. I'll try to find links and put links to everything I'm using in the description box below. I don't think they have this color of the cut buttons anymore, though. I think they might have discontinued this color, but they have all kinds of other pretty colors that I'm sure you could find that would match these beads. So hold on, I'll get some of this out of the way and I'll be back. Okay, I've got my DiscDuo beads and my 11-0 Azuki seed beads and my 3mm check beads. And this is all I'm going to need right now. I won't need my 15-0s until later when I do a little bit of an embellishment that I'm going to do. I've got my needle threaded, and I have a stop bead. If I can get all this thread up here. I've got a stop bead, and I'm going to leave about a 6-inch tail, just enough to put a needle on it and sew it in later. I'm not going to need to leave a long tail on this end to put my clasp on because I'm going to be coming back down the bracelet, so I can do that. So first I'm going to pick up a DiscDuo bead and an 11-0, 3mm bead, and 11-0, DiscDuo bead, and an 11-0, a 3mm bead, and an 11-0. So I've got 2 DiscDuos and 2 3mm beads, all separated with 11-0s. This is not a hard bracelet at all. It takes a little bit of time to do the little embellishment that I'm going to do with the 15-0s, but it's not hard at all. Now I'm going to go back around all this again, going through the same holes of the DiscDuos. I find stop beads to be necessary, I find stop beads to be necessary, but they always get in my way. I'm going back through all the same holes of the DiscDuos. I'm going to sew till I'm coming back out of this 3mm over here, opposite my stop thread, my tail thread, my stop bead. And I'm just going to come out of that 3mm, not the seed bead on the other side of it. I'm going to tighten my stop bead down. Try to get my unit tighter. Now I'm going to pick up an 11/0, a DiscDuo, and 11/0, 3mm, 11/0, and a DiscDuo, and an 11/0. That's the same thing I picked up the first time, except I don't need to pick up two 3mm because I'm going to share this one. So I'm coming out of the bottom of that 3mm. I'm going to go on the top of it. This is just right angle weave. I'm going to go back around all those beads again. I'm still going through the same holes of the DiscDuos. I'm going to sew around until I'm coming out of this 3mm on the end here again, like I did before. Try to pull it and keep the tension tight on it. Now, coming out the top of that 3mm, I'm going to pick up an 11/0, a DiscDuo, 11/0, 3mm, 11/0, a DiscDuo, and an 11/0. I'm coming out of the top of that 3mm, I'm going to go on the bottom of it. Now I'm going to sew around all that again. I'm going to sew till I'm coming out of this 3mm again, like I've been doing. Just the 3mm, I don't want to come out of that seed bead. So that's what I've got so far. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get the length that I want. And then when I come back, we'll put on, go ahead and put on the cut button, I think. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got the length that I want now. Now I'm going to put on my cut button. And I've got my 15/0s out here now. So I'm going to pick up 3 of my 11/0s. You can't see me, can you? Because they're out of frame. And then I'm going to go into my cut button from the back. Now I'm going to pick up a 15/0 an 11/0 and a 15/0. I'm going to go down the other hole of my cut button. Decorate my cut button a little bit there. Pull the slack out of my thread. I'm going to pick up 3 more 11/0s. And I started coming out of the bottom of this 3mm bead. I'm going to go back in the top of it. And now I'm going to go around that again. We'll go back up the 3 11/0s and back into the hole of the cut button. And I went through that 15/0, but that's okay because I needed to do that anyway. Now I'm going to go into the 11/0 and the other 15/0 and back down the other hole. And back into those 3 11/0s on that side. Now I'm going to pick up an 11/0 and go into this 11/0. Now I'm coming out of that 11/0 there. Now I'm going to pick up 3 15/0s. I think I need to get in a little closer. My camera must be higher than usual or something. I've got 3 15/0s. And I'm coming out of that 11/0 there. I'm going to go up here into the empty hole of this DiscDuo. Now I'm going to pick up 3 more 15/0s. And I'm going to go into this 11/0 and then this 3mm bead. And then into this 11/0. Now I'm going to pick up 3 more 15/0s. I'm going to go up into the empty hole of this DiscDuo. And pick up 3 more 15/0s. And I'm going to go into this 11/0 here. And now I'm going to pick up an 11/0 and go into these 3 11/0s. Back through my button. And back into the 15/0. And the 11/0. I just have to go through the 15/0 first and then the 11/0. Back down into the 15/0 on the other side. And down into the other hole of my button. Now I'm going to go back down these 4 11/0s. Back into this 11/0 and back into those 3 15/0s. Now I'm going to pick up 7 15/0s. And I'm going to go into these three 15-0s. And back into that 11-0, back into the 3mm. Now I'm going to go into this 11-0 and into these three 15-0s. I'm going to pick up 7 more 15-0s. I'm going to go into these three 15-0s. And this time I'm going to go into this 11-0 and this 3mm and this 11-0 because I don't really want to go around that button again because it was pretty tight the last time I went through it. So I'm just going to go through there like that. Now I'm going to go around all these 15-0s over here again. You definitely don't want to use a thread any heavier than 6-pound fire line because going through these 15-0s this many times would be really hard if you used any thicker thread or a bigger needle. Now I'm going to go back into this 11-0 on this side, back through that 3mm bead. Now I'm going to go up into this 11-0. Now I'm pick up 3 more 15-0s. I'll go up into the empty hole of this DiscDuo. I'll pick up 3 more 15-0s. And go into this 11-0, 3mm, and the 11-0 on the other side. I'm going to pick up 3 more 15-0s. Go up into this empty hole of this DiscDuo. Pick up 3 more 15-0s. Go into this 11-0. Back into the 3mm bead. Back into this 11-0. Into these 3 15-0s. I'm going to pick up 7 15-0s. And I'm going to go over here into these 3 15-0s. Back into the 11-0 3mm. And the 11-0, if I can get in there. Yeah. I'm going to go into these 3 15-0s. I'm going to pick up 7 more 15-0s. I'm going to go into these 3 15-0s, into the 11-0, into the 3mm, and the 11-0 on the other side. I'm going to go around all these 15-0s again. Back into the 11-0, the 3mm, and then into this 11-0, now do one more embellishment and then I'll do the rest of them off camera. Okay, so I'm coming out of this 11-0 here. Pick up 3 more 15-0s. I'm going to go up here into the empty hole of this DiscDuo. I'm going to pick up 3 more 15-0s. Go into this 11-0. And the 3mm and the 11-0 on the other side. I'll pick up 3 more 15-0s. Go up here into the empty hole of this DiscDuo. And pick up 3 more 15-0s. And I'm going to go into the 11-0, 3mm. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it all at once this time. I'm going to have to do it separately. And then the 3mm on this other side. And then around these 3 15-0s. I'm going to pick up 7 15-0s. I'm going to go over into these 3 15-0s. And I'm going to go into the 11-0, the 3mm and the 11/0. And I went through one of those 15/0s, but that's okay because I'm going to go into them anyway. I'm going to go into the other two. And I'm going to pick up 7 more 15/0s. I'm going to go over here into these other 3 15/0s. I'm going to go into the 11/0, the 3mm, the 11/0 on the other side if I can get in there. I'm going to go around all these 15/0s again. Trying to get caught around everything here. I'm going to go back into this 11/0 and the 3mm, and just 3mm this time. I'm going to go up into this 11/0. Then I'm going to put my embellishments around these beads, and I'm just going to keep doing that until I get to all the way to the other end of my bracelet, and then when I get to the other end we'll put the loop on to go around the button. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got to the end of my bracelet here. I just like one more unit having, I just need to do my embellishment on one more unit. So I'm going to pick up, I'm coming out of this 11/0 here. I'm going to pick up 3 15/0s. I'm going to go into this empty hole of my DiscDuo. I'm going to pick up 3 more 15/0s. And I'm just going to go into this 11/0 right here. Because now I'm going to pick up what I need to, for my loop, for my button to go through. So I'm going to pick up 30, I think 30 11/0s. I think I've decided that'll work. But I don't want y'all to have to wait while I pick up 30 11/0s, so I'll get that done and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got 30 11/0s on my needle here, and only 27 of them are actually going to go around my button. And I usually just do maybe 25 or 26, but I'm going to do some peyote around this. And when I do, it's going to shrink it up a little bit. If you don't want to do the peyote around it, if you want to just do the loop, you might rather just pick up maybe 25 or something like that. You just, you know, need to test it around your button when you pick up whatever you're going to pick up. But I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go to the third 11/0 that I picked up from the bottom there. The third one that I picked up. I'm going to go through that. And now I'm going to pick up 2 more 11/0s. And I'm going to go into this 11/0. Like that. Now I'm going to pick up 3 15/0s. And I'm going to the empty hole of this DiscDuo. Then Then I'll pick up 3 more 15-0s. And I'm going to go into this 11-0 and that 3mm. I think I'll just go through the 11-0 first. Flip it around here so I can get through it better. I'm going to go through the 3mm. And we'll go into this 11-0 and these 3 15-0s. Now I'm going to pick up 7 15-0s. And I'm going to go into these 3 15-0s. And on into that 11-0. Now I'm going to go up these 2 11-0s and the 11-0 at the tip there at the little peak that I made. And then I'm going to go into the first of these 27 11-0s that I picked up to go around my button. And now I'm going to do some peyote here. So I'm going to pick up an 11-0, skip the next 11-0 and go into the next 11-0. Like that. Pick up another 11-0, skip the next 11-0 and go into the next 11-0. Pick up another 11-0, skip the next 11-0, go into the next 11-0. And that's what I meant by it's going to make my loop shrink up, because it's going to push those beads to the inside a little bit there. So I wouldn't have as much room if I just picked up 25 like I usually do. Or 26 or something like that. So I'm going to keep going around doing the peyote, and when I get to this other side, I'll be back. Okay, I'm all the way around my circle here. I just need my loop. I just need one more 11-0. So I'm coming out of this 11-0 here. I'm going to skip the next 11-0 and go into the next 11-0. Now I'm going to go into this 11-0 right there. It's the peak of that little triangle that I made. And now I'm going to go down these 2 11-0s. Back into this 11-0. And into these 3 15-0s. I think I'm going to have to do the 11-0 first and then the 3 15-0s. Now I'm going to pick up 7 15-0s. And I'm going to go into these 3 15-0s. Back into this 11-0 and the 3mm if I can get in there. I'm going to go into this 11-0 and go around all these 15-0s again. I'm going to go back into that 11-0 there. I'm going to go up these 2 11-0s and that one at the tip of the little triangle I made. And now I'm going to go in this 11-0 and the sticking out 11-0. And now I'm going to put some of my 15-0s between these 11-0s. So I'm going to pick up 2 15-0s and go into the sticking out 11-0. And 2 more 15-0s. Go into this next sticking out 11-0. And 2 more 15-0s. Go into the next sticking out 11-0. I'm just going to do that all the way around until I get all the little spaces filled in between all the sticking out 11-0s. And then I'm going to sew down in here and end off my thread, do 3 1/2 knots and end off my thread. And then when I come back, I'll have it all done. We'll see what I've got. So I'll be back. Okay, there's my bracelet made with some of the beads that came in the January 2025 Potomac Beads Treasure Edition subscription box. Put it together here so you can see it better. See what it looks like clasped together. That's what it looks like. Like I said, it's really not hard to make. It just takes a little bit of time to get all those little embellishments around each of the DiscDuos with those 15-0s. But it's really not hard to make. And like I said, I'll leave a link in the description box below to the page on the Potomac Beads website where you can go and read about both of their subscription boxes and subscribe if it's something that you're interested in. I hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.